Hello, it's Mundo Monday, and it's time for more Tales and Tales. Kids doing a summer quest with Miss Barb this week are talking about farm animals. So I looked for some good farm animal stories, but I decided to focus on just one particular farm animal. Chickens. Chickens! Chickens are definitely a worldwide farm animal. Chickens were domesticated, that means raised on farms instead of in the wild, thousands of years ago in Southeast Asia, out of the red jungle fowl, a ground bird from the time of the dinosaurs. Raising chickens soon spread all over the world. People keep them for meat and eggs and even as pets. And I did find a lot of chicken stories from all over the world. I found a story that takes place in the prairies of the Midwest United States, but is about a girl from Russia called Nora's Chicks. I found a story that takes place in Central Eastern Europe in a Jewish community, but is actually based on a story from ancient Babylon. This is a good one. You should read this one. It's fun, but it's very long. So I decided to focus instead on two stories from two very different places. We've got a story from Nigeria. We've read stories from Nigeria before. It's here in Western Africa. And a story from Iceland. Iceland is just about straight up north from there. Let's start with the Nigerian story here. Okay, we can do that. Catch That Chicken by Atinuke, illustrated by Angela Brooksbank. This is Lami. Lami loves chickens. Luckily, Lami lives in a compound with lots and lots of chickens. Can you count all the chickens? I don't recommend it. Catch 'em, Lani, catch 'em, shouts Brother Bilal. Catch that chicken, shouts friend Fatima. Catch 'em, Lami, catch 'em, shouts Sister Sadia. Catch that chicken, shouts Nana Nadia. Catch that chicken, shouts Daddy Denlami. Catch that chicken, shouts Auntie Aisha. Look at her go. Lami leans, Lami lunges, Lami leaps, and Lami catches her. Lami is the best kitchen catcher in the village. Sister Sadia is speedy at spelling, but when it comes to chickens, Lami is speedier. Friend Fatima is fast at braiding hair, but when it comes to chickens, Lami is faster. Maybe she shouldn't have tried to catch chicken in the middle of getting her hair braided. Big Brother Bilal is brave with bulls, but when it comes to chickens, Lami is braver. One day Lami chases a chicken through the pen. Sanu! Sanu! Shout the uncle, slow down! What happened if the bulls get her? She chases that chicken around the compound. Sanu! Sanu! Shout the aunties, slow down! She chases that chicken right up the big baobab tree. Sanu! Sanu! Shout the elders. Did you know chickens could climb trees? That one can. Slow down! But Lami scrambles speedily. Lami snatches suddenly. Lami slips swiftly, and she falls. She sprains her ankle so badly it puffs up like the neck of an angry lizard. Lami cries. It hurts. And now she can't chase, she can't climb, and she definitely can't catch chickens. If you are not careful, you will soon be best in the village of crying, says Nana Nadia with a smile. It's not quick feet that catches chickens. It's quick thinking. Lami stares at her. And Lami thinks. She thinks slowly, And then she thinks quickly. And suddenly Lami knows exactly what to do. She can make the chickens come right to her. How's she going to do that? Catch that chicken, whispers Nana Nadia. She's doing it. Come get the corn, chickie. Caught her, says Lami. She is still the best chicken catcher in the village. Chickens seem like a lot of trouble. Chickens can be a little bit of trouble, but people love them anyway. How about this story then from Iceland? The problem with chickens. We haven't read an Icelandic story before. By Bruce McMillan. Illustrated by Gunnella. Gunnella is from Iceland herself. Did you know the people of Iceland are most closely related to the Old Norse, or the Vikings, of any other culture on Earth? When they discovered Iceland, it wasn't icy at all. It was covered with hot springs that made everything warm. They loved Iceland, so they called it Iceland so nobody else would settle there instead. The problem with chickens. In a small village on the far end of Iceland, there were plenty of eggs, even if there were no chickens. The eggs were on the cliffs where the wild birds lived. There were more eggs here than the ladies of the village could ever use for cooking, but it was too difficult for the ladies to get these eggs. Their husbands might have gathered them, but the men were always too busy fishing and farming. Can you get down the cliff to get the birds' eggs? It was a little bit dangerous. So the ladies traveled to the city to buy some chickens. The chickens were happy in the village. Every day they laid many eggs. The ladies were overjoyed to have so many eggs for cooking. Their cakes were delicious. But that is when the problem started. The chickens forgot they were chickens. They started acting like the ladies. When the ladies went to pick blueberries, the chickens went too. When the ladies went to a birthday party, the chickens went too. When the ladies sang to the sheep, the chickens sang too. When the ladies took a rest from their gardening, the chickens rested too. Everything the ladies did, the chickens did too, no matter how silly. The ladies couldn't even have tea and cakes by themselves. The chickens were so busy acting like ladies that one day they stopped laying eggs. That's when the ladies said, "We have a problem." So the ladies came up with an idea. It was a very clever idea. They would fool the chickens. The ladies started exercising. Soon the chickens, just like the ladies, were exercising. Day after day, the chickens exercised, just like the ladies. Getting strong chickens here. Their wings grew stronger and stronger. Then the ladies lifted the chickens one by one into the air and said, "Remember, you are birds." The chickens flew to places on the cliffs where no other Icelandic birds lived. There they made their nests and laid their eggs. On the cliffs. This could have been a problem, but the ladies had planned for this. They're pulling. What are they pulling? Any guesses? The chickens weren't the only ones who got strong from all that exercise. They're pulling. Finally, the strong chickens in the far end of Iceland acted like birds, and the strong Icelandic ladies had no problem gathering the eggs. They were pulling each other down the cliffs. And from then on, if the ladies ever needed to go to the city, there was no problem at all. Do you think chickens can really fly people away? But they do fly. A lot of people don't know that. We'll have more fun animal stories next week. See you then!